Um, most of you may know me as Marie, and that's what I'll address myself by. So I decided to make a more serious video with my face. Yay. This isn't scripted, but it's just kind of like talking out in the open. Hold on. Let me get something. Alright, so something's been on my mind recently. And it really just brought it up. And something really just brought it up. I basically got into an argument, a respectful argument with I assume 9 or 8 year old, I don't know, who's strangely had the same name as my friend. Huh. And you see, what happened was I was just joking around, you guys know I swear. And so she was telling me that swearing was bad, and I'm like, what's so bad about it? It's just words. I get racist and fuck, but what about the other ones? What's so bad about them? And she's like, they're just bad words. It's like, hold on. I'm just like, but why are they bad words? She never really had an explanation. She said that her cousin cursed and she was fairly young. And I was just like, yeah, that's completely normal. I curse. I'm 13. It's normal. There. It got Doko. I'm distracting myself, I'm sorry. So, it's just fairly normal for kids to curse around 11, 12, maybe even like 9. It's completely normal to start cursing around then. And then I asked what was so wrong about it, and she's like, my grandparents don't even curse. I'm like, mine do. I have a family that curses a lot. Almost everyone in my family curses. Now that doesn't mean that if your entire family does something really, really bad, like drugs, that it's okay, but it's just words. What's so bad about it? Then and she's like, then I hate them. And I'm like, they're good people. They raised me well. My parents, as much as I complain about them, they're good people. Like, I know some of your parents are not as great, but my parents are very respectful and understandable. I just wish they'd let me have a little bit more mind freedom, as I like to call it. But this isn't a rant thing about my parents. It's just more like me talking to you guys. Not really face to face, but kind of face to face. I'm sorry, my dog's in a really adorable position, like. Look at him! He's tired. It's 3 a.m. Like, what am I doing up at 3 a.m. making a video for no reason? I don't know. My mind started brainstorming. I'm like, yeah, I should make a video about this. And my parents are good people. I love my parents. I know a lot of you struggle with your parents. but mine are good. And I was just like, but my parents are good people. And she's like, yeah, but they curse. And I'm like, my friends curse, and they brought me out of a really dark situation that I was in, that I'll get into like in another video or something. And she's like, and I asked, are they bad people? And she's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. And so then I just said, I've met really bad people in my life. Truly bad people, and you're saying that cursing is the worst thing someone can do? And she said, no, I wish those people would stop being mean and bad and just be nice and helpful. I'm just like, then what's the fun in the world? Here's a very bold statement that I'm pretty sure not a lot of people will agree with. Heaven, even at an early age where I was still a Christian, heaven sounded boring. Because it was described as something beautiful and fantastic. Everything was good, but that sounded boring. Oh yeah, for those who don't know, I'm an atheist. Yay! And heaven just sounds really boring, if you ask me. It's like an eternal paradise. But what's a paradise if the entire paradise is good? There can't be good without bad, and technically, heaven is just neutral, boring. When I asked this to my preacher at the time, she was just like, oh, you won't get bored. Not giving any explanation of how I won't get bored. Because I need bad stuff to happen in my life for things to be truly good. If you're going through a rough time, don't you really appreciate the good moments in life? Like a dog coming up to you and you petting a dog? Isn't that good? But during good times and you pet a dog, it's completely normal, right? That's something to think about. So if you're going through a hard time, just remember, that hard time, if it didn't exist, then the good times wouldn't exist either. It's a state of balance. If you didn't feel negative emotions, if you didn't feel sadness, if you didn't feel pain, you would just feel positive emotions, and you wouldn't know what negativity feels like, so you won't appreciate that positivity. So then you'll just become emotionless, really. And if you're in an emotionless world, then that's a world not worth living, if you ask me. She said the conversation was boring, and I'm just like, I'm having fun here. Another girl entered the conversation, she's just like, I don't think anyone's truly bad. And, I mean, they're just born or raised that way, and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, you're right. But there are truly bad people in this world. You guys need to be careful of them, okay? I know some of you are pedophiles. Get off my channel. Now. So, I don't know. She sounded really mad when she left. She was like, goodbye, stranger. She was just like, why am I talking to strangers the entire time? And I'm just like, welcome to the internet. We talk to strangers all the time. And she's like, bye, stranger. I hope I never run into you again. She's like, I'm gonna leave. I hope I never run into you again. Bye, stranger. And I'm just like, goodbye. Hope we cross paths again. And then she left. So it just got me really thinking. And I decided to make a video because I know a lot of you are probably going through a hard time. Without that bad in your life, you wouldn't have good. Honestly, if someone said, I hope you go to hell, I'll just be there like, sounds fun. When am I going? Because people on Wattpad know I had this joke called the fun side of hell, where good things and bad things happen. Because, drama, without drama, then school would just be boring, really. We all gotta admit, we've got into some drama here and then. Too much drama is bad. Like, in the Roblox Myth community, there's a lot of drama, and it could get really bad. It's off-center. There we go. Okay, so people with ADHD don't, well, no, OCD, not really OC, but like, you know what I mean. So, yeah, I mean, you gotta think about that. What's good without bad? If there weren't bad people in this world, how would we appreciate the good people in this world? You know how Mr. Beast gives money to people and planted 2 million trees? We wouldn't respect that as much as we do if there weren't people that cut down trees and made pollution or do bad things. You know? So, why do hippies always go, I wish the world was all good, but bad things are always going to happen. And without that, the world's just dull, bland, emotionless. The world needs to get better, but it can't be perfect. And I think a lot of people need to hear that, because no matter how much you try, it's never going to be perfect. But that's okay, because then the bad things that happen will help the brightness shine. You know? Here's a cheesy quote. Darkness helps stars shine brighter. That's a cheesy quote, but it really relates. So just remember, perfect isn't real. Nothing is perfect, no matter what you say. And if you still believe that the world would be fun if there weren't bad people or bad things, then Stan Lee. Well, no, bad example. Take Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross. We love those two because they're extremely nice people, but would they be as respected if there weren't, bad people in the world? If everyone was a good person, would Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers be as respected as they are now? I don't think so. Because everyone would be used to nice things. And when something bad happens, everyone will just freak out, not used to the situation. And that's why spoiled kids, when they get out in the real world, have a breakdown, a crisis, because they realize how bad the world is and not everything can be good. And the world's gonna be harsh on them, and they never really learned how to cope in that harshness. I don't know, I just thought of making this video, like a face-to-face talking thing. I wasted a lot of time, but I just wanted to make this. I know it's like Prince EA kind of stuff, where I'm just like, you can do great things. Another serious videos like this, serious videos coming up soon. Don't worry, I decided to make. If you guys like this stuff, then I'll totally make more. I did make a video where it's just serious talk about what's going on, but I don't think I'll post it. So I'll just do this instead. They're all gonna be like me on this stupid chair in my room at 3 a.m. Now I'm tired and I gotta cut the grass tomorrow. So, bye everyone.